Good morning and welcome. It's Jilly Cube. Another fluid art piece. I have got this 40 by 40 square canvas. I have prepared it all with the masking tape on the back. It protects your back from getting all the paint on, so if you come to sell it, it's a far nicer to sell your artwork without all a mucky back. And these are my giant push pins. There is link in my Amazon shop below for all these things that I'm using today. So rightio, I am going to kind of do a starburst tie-dye effect. I've thrown myself a challenge to use mostly orange shades with just one pop of colour, which will be cool blue. I have mixed all of my colours with the Keep It Simple Kiss Pouring medium. This is very reasonably priced. Somebody said, oh, I can't afford it, but it actually costs less than using the Elmer's school glue. So anyway, on with it. I always seem to mix my paints on the thicker side using this, and it comes out brilliantly. If you add too much water to it, you will find cracking. But if you mix it as it says and mix your paints slightly thicker than I probably would normally, it comes out beautifully. So, okay, my colours I'll explain as we go along. But first of all, I want to do myself a little template. I'm going to blow out from the centre, so I'm not measuring it or anything, but I'm using an acrylic pen, so it definitely kind of absorbs into the canvas and you don't see it through the canvas because it's acrylic. So that's just give me a little guide to where I want my paints to go. So mostly, so I'm using wicker, which will go with the wicker first. This is one of my favourite colours as well. So as you see, a little bit thicker than well, this one doesn't seem so thick. Not sure what's happening with this, so I'm going to kind of do a tie-dye effect. So I find you just do your colours, and this is mostly, like I said, in the orangey range if you're not an orange lover, but then again it might, with the blue mixed, it has got a very high chance of going green. But we'll just try it because I love doing these. They're just a fun pour to do. So I'm not adding too much. Now this one is called Blazing Cloud. So this one is a little bit thicker, so I have got them different consistencies, which is a good idea to try and have them all the same consistency. So Blazing Cloud. So it does look, oh, that was a really big blob. It does look like a sundial, doesn't it? Just have fun with it. Have fun. Rightio. This is called Coral. So this is a very paler one. Coral. So it is not this. See the consistency? It does leave a trace in your paint for about 1 second when you, so it's not, it's sort of, and it feels kind of substantial. Is that the word? When you know, it feels like there's some substance to the paint. Rightio. Talk about tie-dye, this is going to end up like a sundial. Of course, my contrasting colour that I'm going to put in with all these oranges is that cool blue. I think that'll give it the pop it needs with the contrasting colour in there. And then I'm going to go, this is a fluoro orange. Oh, actually, it's fluoro tangerine. I thought I had my fluoro orange, which is, I love using that, but I have got none left. So I'll go to my order, get online to the link you've got below to my affiliate link at Global. I've got kind of too much paint there, haven't I? But hopefully it'll all blow out. I might blow some in the centre so I cover the centre up with my paint. It's looking very sunny, so I hope this is a challenge to myself to keep with all the one shade, but I don't know if it's going to be a winner chicken dinner or it's going to be a disaster. I have got a yellow that I was going to put in because it always makes orange brighter, but I think I've got more than enough there. So I just might, for starters, I'm going to add the blue, but I just might, for starters, just put some of that blow it into the centre. See, I've lost my little centre thing. Rightio. Now I will start putting my blue, but I really think the blue is going to turn these green. It's going to turn a lot of it into green. We will see. It does kind of, this particular style gives like a tie-dye effect, which I really like, but it could be a great big mess looking at this at the minute. But I will give it a whiz over with my heat one to burst the air bubbles. Probably what would be really wonderful if I got a big turner, you know, to turn my canvas around as I'm blowing it. So I might have to look into getting one made, I think. Or if anybody knows of anybody that already makes them and I can order one, that would be super duper. If anybody can give me any leads, that would be great. So let's give this a go, see how it all turns out. Wow. Oh. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I can see how the blue has put the greeny tinge in it with the orange. If you mix blue and orange, just needs a little bit of a finger popping on the edges, which actually is giving your fingerprint, is giving your signature. There was one famous artist that they could always tell if there was any forgeries of his work because he'd always put a fingerprint in his paint, and that's something that nobody could copy. I can't remember who it was, maybe somebody knows out there. Used to have, so they'd know if it was a forgery or not. If it didn't have his fingerprint, it wasn't his. Rightio, that is a lot going on, but so interesting because there's all kind of faces and all sorts coming up in that. I'm going to just burst some air bubbles. Kind of see what I mean about mixing my paints on the slightly thicker side with my, it just comes out with so much more substance to it. See, so there's a little trace in the paint, and that is just with my Keep It Simple pouring medium and paint. I have added no silicone, no Floetrol to these particular paints because I wanted to just do it without. You can certainly add whatever you choose to, but I love that. That is gorgeous. So what do you guys think? Did I oh, I've got some areas over the back here that I need to finish out on the sides of my canvas. I am so tempted to put a big balloon kiss in the center, but this is one that I am going to leave balloonless, naked, so I'm going to leave it as it is because I'm pretty pleased with that. Kind of looks like a tie-dye effect. It's so much brighter when I'm looking at it now with my naked eye to what I'm looking at it in the camera, so I don't know how to get that to work out right, but anyway. Alright my lovelies, please look out for the photos on the end. You'll see them hanging on different walls. It's called a photo app, and the app is called Wall Picture App, and there is actually a link to that Wall Picture app in the description underneath the video. So if you were getting prints made up of your pieces, or you're getting material, whatever, you can certainly get prints made up in any size you like, as long as you have a good HD high definition photo. Right my lovelies, please take care. I will be back again tomorrow. Please let me know what you think about that crazy idea in my head. Okay, bye for now.